A pocket of blue overlapping those strong velocities indicates there may be something else out there, like debris that's been thrown up by a tornado. So a correlation coefficient with the blue overlapping the strong velocities, meaning you've got a tornado debris signature now, a TDS as opposed to TVS, and basically a dead giveaway. You've got a confirmed tornado on the ground from the Doppler radar, Dave.
But that's just an example. We don't have any tornadoes on the ground right now. But tomorrow, the next day, very possible. Check this out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get reports of cold air funnels or a little funnel cloud that comes down from the cloud. It is cold and it's unstable across the Great Lakes. Notice the showers. It's not just green or blue, but a mottled look to it. The green is rain. The blue is snow. We've had snow in Milwaukee and Madison. It's not covering the ground, but here in Duluth, it's been 32 all day long with some light snow. And this is going to continue. Not only is it cold and snowy, and it's windy, and the wind chill values are down in the 20s out there in Minneapolis. Tomorrow, we're expecting 51 for a high. We're 40 right now. So a slight warm up here, but it's going to actually get colder as we head to the eastern Great Lakes. Buffalo gusting to 45 miles an hour. Hold on to your hat. If you wear a hairpiece, make sure you have a return address on the inside in case it goes blowing down the street somewhere. Which I do.
Right.
And I would just have somebody drop that in the mailbox.
And they can send it back to you.
They send it to you for free.
You reimburse them for postage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, thunderstorm. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday night, thunderstorms early, low 72. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Severe storms like that one impacting millions over the next 2 days. Lightning, large hail, tornadoes, all possible as the spring season continues to roar. We'll explain why we're concerned about tomorrow's weather.
In Chicago, what happened? Temperatures in the 30s and 40s? We won't even talk about those wind chill values, but we will tell you when spring will finally push that warm air in, with the answer coming up.
Yeah, please don't talk about the wind chill values.
No, we won't do that.
I will do that later on.
Okay.
Plus, dry conditions have firefighters worried here in the West. The drought is creating dangerous year-round fire season. That story and your forecast now on Weather Center Live. This is Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. And hey, we've got storms on the radar now. We're expecting more in the days to come. And many of those storms turn severe very quickly. Look at this surveillance video out of Citrus Springs in Florida. What starts off as some heavy rain, well, it quickly turns into a massive burst of wind. Look at that. Wind-whipped rain, and, plenty of trees can come down in these scenarios. Dave, you've got more on what's happening now in the state of Florida.
Yeah, we still have this subtropical jet stream blowing right over Florida. A front has come southward. Still rather humid here in Tampa, but we do have northeast wind. It's down here where there's convergence. Northeast winds versus southeast winds. And there have been some showers. And of course, when it's humid in South Florida and you get a shower, you can really get wet. So watch out for ponding on the roads. Even some waterspouts, they were reported at Angelfish Key earlier this afternoon. And there's some big thunderstorms over the Gulf of Mexico. Look at those. If those persist, we could have some really heavy rain and gusty winds here into Naples tonight. We'll keep an eye on that for you. So it's Florida. That's the wettest place at least the stormiest place in actually America. There's some thunder showers around Shreveport, Louisiana, but these are some gully washers. Some new ones up here around Sunrise and Plantation, Florida, up there in Broward County. More moving in off the Gulf of Mexico. So while not a washout, a place where you'd have to watch out for lightning if you're playing a little golf or tennis, or even if you have an appointment and you're just going out and you're in a parking lot. You know, lightning is deadly, so we've got to be careful. Chance of showers for the rest of this evening and tomorrow. Alex, what about the severe threat further west?
Well, you know, it's going to ramp up as we go through the remainder of the week. It's the south central U.S., Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana tomorrow that will have the best chance of seeing those severe thunderstorms. And scattered thunderstorms are possible elsewhere north and west of that main area with the severe threat. But look at Wednesday night. Still watching Dallas, parts of southern Oklahoma, a little bit of Louisiana and Arkansas. And Dallas, you're not done on Wednesday or Wednesday night. No, Mike Bettis has more on a multi-day threat for the Big D.
That's right. So we're watching some areas here, especially in the southwest, where we've got a low that's forming here. It's going to basically be a low embedded in a trough and work its way all across the southern plains. It's going to stay in place, we think, Alex, for probably the next 3 days at least. So here's a look at the water vapor imagery. I think it tells you a lot. Well, you're going to zoom down in here to the southwest, and can you see some counterclockwise spin in the atmosphere? Well, circle it. It's right in there. So you get a low that forms right in here with the general trough pattern that keeps that low embedded in the upper airflow, and that pattern really spells trouble for us in the southern plains, especially in a place like Texas. Here's a look at the modeling of the atmosphere at 500 millibars up. So we're going up in the atmosphere. We call this mid-levels of the atmosphere, a little bit lower than where the jets fly, and you'll see that we've got that storm, generally the low, working its way eastbound, finds itself embedded in that trough right here in the southern plains. And so we've got moisture flow in that scenario that comes out of the Gulf of Mexico, a jet flow with the low riding along it, and then if you have any surface boundary that sets up like a warm front will tomorrow right across the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, that acts basically as a fence almost, where the moisture comes up to that fence blocks it, and then you have air that rises up in the atmosphere, ascends, condenses, forms clouds, and you have thunderstorms that form. So that's the area that we'll be focused on tomorrow, is all this area highlighted in red for severe weather. Oklahoma City really down toward Corpus Christi and Houston, Galveston. The Torcon numbers are up. Your tornado condition index, a 4 in north central and northeast Texas. Yes, Dallas-Fort Worth, that is us. In southern Oklahoma, so a place like Norman or Moore, even Oklahoma City, you're looking at a Torcon of 3 or a 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of that location. Thursday, very few changes. General same pattern for us with the low and the jet stream flow. Although the mid-level winds may increase a little bit from the west, that'll give us more directional shear in the atmosphere, which may enhance our chances for rotating supercell thunderstorms. Those are the ones most likely to cause severe weather. Similar areas across the south here on Thursday. Our Torcon is still a 4, north central and northeast Texas, so at least 2 days in a row here that Dallas-Fort Worth, we are in the crosshairs for tornadoes. Then on Friday, this pattern looks familiar, doesn't it? Same thing we showed you for Wednesday and Thursday. Jet stream and low aligning here with the low-level moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. Similar areas could be looking for storms, maybe even a little bit farther north, because this is the larger area between the warm front and the cold front. We'll watch for the stormy weather. And now you throw in a dry line, cold, dry air cutting underneath warm, moist air, and that'll increase our lift, and so we'll have some more chances for thunderstorms. Here Friday, you can see the area that's highlighted for storms, and the Torcon for Friday. It's not good news for you if you live in a place like eastern Oklahoma or western southern Arkansas. A 4 in the Torcon there, and a Torcon of 3 for you in East Texas and in the entire state of Louisiana, by the way, Dave. So a lot of action for us the next 3 days, especially with tornadoes.
Thank you, Mike. So we will treasure the fair weather that we have this afternoon. This is Atlanta. Yesterday, you were scanning the skies for severe thunderstorms that produced hail. Today, a dry northwest wind, sunshine, no clouds in the sky, a bright day, temperatures in the low 70s. Boy, they don't get much better than this time of year. There's 71 at Hartsfield-Jackson International, 77 down there in the low country of South Carolina, 81 very pleasant in Jacksonville with a low dew point. So it is dry. Here are some of those clouds being moved along by the mid-level winds that Mike Bettis was talking about, helping to get the severe weather going, but that won't be until tomorrow night. So Yeah, we got that coming. But in Jackson, another nice day. Birmingham, Atlanta, another beautiful day here tomorrow. But then eventually the showers are going to get a little closer to us. But this is the area where the rain is going to be the absolute heaviest. So there's the threat for flooding. And flooding is the last thing we need, again, in Texas and Louisiana. Right, Jesse?
Right, Dave. Hey, rain, just one type of weather that's returning. Storms also coming back, and we want to keep you ahead of the threat. Here's a look at Torcon values for tomorrow. 4 for Dallas, Wichita Falls, and Lawton.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. You started there right out of high school, learned your trade and did it well. And the asbestos you handled, well, that was just part of the job. If you worked in the trades and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. Call 1-800-950-MESO and see how we can help. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
Look like this. Feel like this. Look like this. Feel like this. With DreamWalk insoles, turn shoes that can be a pain into comfortable ones. Their soft cushioning support means you can look like this and feel like this. DreamWalk.
I went to Ancestry.com, but I thought, I'm not going to make it very far. And then it happened. I got a leaf. I could actually see my grandfather's draft card from World War I. And it all started with my first leaf.
There was a time when the sea gave way to the sky, raising an amazing destination like no other. Atlantis. Book now and receive a $250 airfare credit, plus a free shallow water dolphin interaction. Hurry, offer ends soon. Visit AtlantisBahamas.com.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere. And then it was silent.
This was it.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, late night thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, thunderstorms, high 83. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday night, thunderstorms early, low 72. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tomorrow morning, large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes as the severe weather threat ramps up. Where the danger areas are on Wake Up with Al and AMHQ tomorrow morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
73% of Americans try to cook healthy meals, yet up to 90% fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more. Add 1-A-Day 50 Plus, complete with key nutrients we may need, plus it supports physical energy with B vitamins. 1-A-Day 50 Plus.
People want to know, why has my high-efficiency washer been saying 7 more minutes for 25 minutes? The problem may not be with your machine, but with your HE detergent. All HE detergents are not created equally. Look, this detergent says it's made for high-efficiency washers, but look at all these suds that your machine needs to rinse. That means more time. Fact is, the wrong detergent can add up to 25 minutes to your wash cycle. It can waste water too, up to 10 extra gallons. So what's the answer? Introducing new Tide HE Turbo with quick collapsing Smart Suds. Smart Suds means a more efficient rinse cycle, saving time and water. Look at the difference. And Tide delivers 6 times the cleaning power. Put Tide HE Turbo to work for you. It helps save time and helps save water. With 6 times the cleaning power, get a money-saving coupon for new Tide HE Turbo at Tide.com. Now you can turn laundry time into turbo time.
New video into us right now from an accident last week in Wyoming. Just listen to the chaos from this multi-vehicle crash from Friday. Now on that same stretch of road, a second accident just yesterday. 59 vehicles involved in this one. It sparked a fire, kept crews at a distance. One person died and a truck driver from Canada was arrested and charged with aggravated vehicular homicide. State police say a flashing sign several miles ahead of the crash scene warned drivers of reduced visibility and black ice and told them to reduce speed. You know, it really has been a wild week of weather over the past 7 days. This player, really the big player and the main reason why it's been such an active week. Last Friday, we had that wintry weather through parts of the west. We began to see those storms firing into parts of the mid-south. Last Saturday, still storms in Texas, Louisiana, over into Mississippi and Alabama. Last Sunday, quite a bit of rain through parts of, say, Georgia, the Carolinas. And then earlier this week, you remember yesterday, we had those storms all the way from the mid-Atlantic down to Florida. And even this morning, thunderstorms working through the state of Maine. So a very active week. What does the next 7 days hold? Dave has the answer.
Well, it's almost a deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra once said. There's that upper low that you talked about, Alex, right here over the north. Moisture that's now offshore, but wrapping back into New England and eastern Canada. That's where the heaviest rain is. But then there's another low pressure area. It's out over the southwest. Let's zoom in on it. You'll see it. There's the center of the spin right over Los Angeles. There are a few showers in the mountains north of us, even with some lightning out there. And there's the big dip in the jet stream. So that's going to move east. And as it encounters moist air blowing in off the Gulf of Mexico east of the Rockies, we're going to have the same kind of treatment from Mother Nature. More severe weather, more flooding. So here we go. Tomorrow, Dallas, we've had some thunder showers today. Those didn't amount to much. Tomorrow's probably will. There'll be more moisture in here, more wind shear. The upper low gets a little bit closer to us. All night, the wind's going to be blowing in off the Gulf of Mexico, so get ready for them. Even across the Red River into Ardmore, Oklahoma, and then right down the interstate to Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. Crossing over to Shreveport. We'll keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, another spoke of vorticity rotates around that low in southern Canada, bringing the chance of showers and maybe even a little thunder and very gusty winds to the northeast and upper Ohio Valley. That's out of here by Thursday, and then this is the storm to watch with a little more energy coming in behind that. So we'll have another round of thunderstorms somewhere in the lower Mississippi Valley, southern plains, just like last week. And then as we head into Friday, more of that. The northeast quiets down wind-wise, still chilly. Chicago 56, Phoenix a little cooler, and LA cooler with the clouds. Over the weekend, rain moves into the northwest. Seattle gets in on it, but the heaviest rain and even some severe weather moves into the Ohio Valley again, the southeast, the Carolinas. We may be calling your number for severe weather. Next storm moving across the northern tier, eventually picking up moisture and perhaps exacerbating the flooding we've got, river flooding in Mississippi and Ohio. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. With storms on tap over the next 7 days, we want to keep you ahead of that threat. Take a look at some of our city timings for Houston. Tomorrow afternoon, going to be the time to watch storms.
My budget was always second guessing me when I'd buy stuff for the family. Fingerhut, 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 Fingerhut. At Fingerhut.com, we can shop with low monthly payments, over 200,000 items and growing from brands like Samsung, Lego, and KitchenAid. Just click on over to Fingerhut.com to get the credit you deserve and great stuff for your family. Oh, not Fingerhut. I got that at a garage sale for $1.
You've probably seen images of animal abuse before. And if you're anything like me, you might have wanted to turn away. Because the thought of an innocent animal being harmed is very painful to see, and it's even harder to believe. But the images of animal cruelty are real, and they are undeniable. Behind every one of these images are the eyes of a living and breathing, suffering animal. They're depending on us to rescue them. If we turn away, they lose all hope. This is why I'm asking you to join me in helping these animals right now. Please visit this website or call the number on your screen right now and join the ASPCA with your $18 monthly donation. It's only 60 cents a day. Your donation will help animals immediately, giving them medical attention, food, and loving care. Sign up now. We will send you the photo of an animal you're helping and this ASPCA t-shirt free with our thanks. The more I learn about animal abuse, the more I realize we cannot pretend that it's not happening. And if we all do our part to help, we can save the lives of so many animals who are hurting. Please go online or call now.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
When it comes to Medicare, everyone talks about what happens when you turn 65. But really, it's what you do before that counts. See, Medicare doesn't cover everything, only about 80% of Part B medical costs. The rest is on you.
Consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement insurance plans, it could really save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. So call now and request this free decision guide. Discover how an AARP Medicare Supplement plan could go long for you.
You want to choose your doctors. Avoid networks. What about referrals?
All plans like these let you visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients, with no networks and virtually no referrals needed. So call now, request your free guide, and explore the range of AARP Medicare supplement plans.
65 may get all the attention, but now is a good time to start thinking about how you want things to be.
Go long.
Sundays.
One man's trash
Did the work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers. Sundays at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, instead of spring showers, you are getting spring's shivers. You're feeling them in the Midwest. Minneapolis, your high temperature into the 40s. You're going to dip below freezing tonight. Chicago, not much better for you. How about a high in the 50s, lows into the 30s? So let's talk about what is offering up this April chill for the Midwest and where we're seeing snow. Parts of Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, even northern sections of lower Michigan. Snow coming down with those temps in the 30s and 40s. As we go through the remainder of today and tonight, notice those snow showers will stick around through northern Wisconsin, parts of Minnesota. UP of Michigan tonight, you could see some heavier bursts of snow as you maybe head to bed and through the overnight. So watch for some of those lesser traveled or secondary roadways to maybe be a little slick for you with snow showers still coming down tomorrow morning. 8 in the morning, still into lower Michigan as well. So we'll even be seeing some snow showers there through Wednesday. Looking at 1 to 3 inches for far northern portions of Wisconsin, into the UP of Michigan, and then into at least a good chunk of upper lower Michigan. Now, in some of those areas, we could see a little bit more. We've got that 1 to 3 inch, 3 to 5 inch totals in some of these isolated spots, generally through the UP. That's where we do expect some of those higher totals. But as I said, could definitely impact your commute tomorrow. Don't expect much in the way of problems, but you could see a few slick spots on some of those lesser traveled roadways. There's a look at the winds. That's not helping things. You've got the cold temperatures, and then you're adding in the wind, and it feels much colder. Gusts to 40 miles an hour in Chicago, nearly 50 miles an hour in Detroit, 40-mile-per-hour gusts in Buffalo, and close to it for Des Moines. So the winds have been an issue, and wind alerts are posted all the way from parts of North Dakota and Minnesota, all the way over into western New York. Dave.
And for good reason, Alex. Gosh, 47-mile-an-hour wind right now at Detroit. Huh? Okay, then. Yeah, Mother Nature is serious. Wind chill values at 30 in Minneapolis and Grand Forks. Here in Chicago, it's windy too, but the temperature's warm enough so that the wind chill algorithm doesn't work. Here in Cincinnati, too, 64. In a lot of these cases, it's a nice warm wind compared to yesterday. Just ask the people in Boston. It's 20 degrees warmer than it was yesterday, even with the passage of a cold front. And it's kind of crazy, isn't it? 50 in Buffalo with those strong winds, 57 in Pittsburgh. You know, you might just have to slow it down on the road here this afternoon. The wind gusts will almost cut off here tonight, but still be breezy. For Cleveland, we're stuck. We're going down. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in the upper 40s during the day, down near 30, 32 at night. So these are about 10 to 15 degrees below average. Tomorrow will be a chillier day. And then Thursday, about 5 to 10 degrees below average. Buffalo certainly cooling off as this next batch of cold air heads eastward. Eventually hits Boston. You're 65 right now. You were 45 this time yesterday with rain and an east wind. Here in Philadelphia, we're in the 60s today. Another beautiful windy day tomorrow. Chance of a shower late in the day. Then the cold front goes through. You're down to 55, which is about 10 degrees below average. Anybody complaining in Philadelphia? All right, Dan. No, it's my hometown, so, you know, we don't accept complaints from my hometown. It's all good in the city of brotherly love. There we are in the 60s. Cooler air behind the first cold front and much cooler air behind the second one, all headed east. Alejandra.
Hey, we got to talk about more storms headed our way over the next several days. We want to keep you ahead of the threat. Let's take a look at Torcon values for Thursday. Watching areas like Dallas and Tyler and Denton all getting a 4 out of 10 on the Torcon.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. A government study reports thousands of workers have been diagnosed with asbestos-related mesothelioma. To compensate those affected, asbestos trusts have been established with $30 billion in initial funding. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. Act now. Call 1-800-950-MESO for a free consultation. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
Constipated? Dulcolax tablets can cause cramps, but not Phillips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than stimulant laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Mm-hmm. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Invasive spine surgery to learn how a less than 1-inch incision can have you up and walking within a few hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain, and with no hospital stay and no lengthy recovery. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed review.
Send me home because I was in excruciating pain. Going to Laser Spine Institute, I go in, I have the procedure, and walk out a changed person, good to go back to work. I can't tell you how much happier I am. It's changed my life completely.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-855-450-BACK for your MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
I don't know what I should do next.
Do what everybody else does.
Start a business. Build yourself a website.
Welcome to T.O.'s Humble Pie.
With Wix.com,
Let's party!
we make it easy to create your own all-pro website. All by yourself.
Farve and carve.
You did that yourself?
Don't look so surprised.
Go to Wix.com, create your website today.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back, guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and Craving Crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or 50, make the right call. Nutrisystem.
Call 855-789-THIN now and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Then you can ask me for my credit card so you can charge me on the down low. 2 weeks later, look, Credit Karma.
Oh, are you talking to websites again?
It's saying free credit score.
Credit Karma? Yeah, it's actually free. Look, you don't have to put in your credit card information. Credit Karma, really free credit scores.
Control the weather, so we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures, and every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Yep, there's more of that later this week. Hey, thanks for spending part of the afternoon with us here at the Weather Channel. I'm Dave Schwartz with Alex Wilson.
Yeah, and it's a stormy day for many in the state of Florida. I'm going to take you there now. You know, we were watching the storms yesterday, and today, not much different, at least for South Florida. Now, not quite as active. Remember, we had that tornado warning down around Miami yesterday. At this point, just some thunderstorms and showers. Generally, take Fort Myers and head southward. Anywhere throughout there, it's been scattered. We've seen some down onto the Keys as well, even over towards the Bahamas. And less than perfect for you if you find yourself there. Orlando looking better after some soggy times over the past few days. You're actually seeing a bit more sunshine, especially up towards North Florida. Man, it's been nice there. Here's a look at the radar closer to Miami, and we can see those storms just off towards the north between Miami and West Palm Beach. We've got some just off towards the west as well, beginning to work east eastward. Those are going to bring you the thunder, the lightning, and some locally heavy downpours. So it could blind you as far as visibility goes if you're out there on the roads for a matter of minutes. Here's the forecast through the rest of the afternoon and evening. Notice the thunderstorms stick around Wednesday morning. We wake up with a few showers if you're waking up at 9 o'clock. Even if you're waking up earlier, still we'll see some scattered showers throughout Florida. By 7 o'clock, dinner time, generally South Florida and the Keys are where we're expecting those storms to be most focused. And then into Wednesday night and even Thursday, more showers and storms scattered about for Florida, even beginning to work closer to the west coast of Florida by mid-morning on Thursday. I want to send it out to the lab now because Mike Bettis is standing by to talk about other areas that are going to see an enhanced risk of storms and severe weather especially.
Yeah, Alex, all we have to do is focus on the southern plains because that's the area that's going to get hit over and over and over this week, beginning tomorrow, likely lasting for at least 3 days. So we've got a low that's going to be spinning here in the Southern California. It's going to eject its way east, and it's going to eject its way right into the middle of the country. The jet flow it'll be embedded in is going to keep it in place, we think, too. So here's the overall pattern. Upper low sits in here, the jet flow like this, and so that low is going to ride along our jet here, and it's going to stay put across the southern plains. There's a look at it close up. You can see the definitive spin in the atmosphere, and here's a look at the modeling of the atmosphere over the next 3 days, and you'll see how it progresses its way right across Arizona, right across New Mexico, and eventually lands right here, Texas Panhandle. What that means is with that flow, we get moisture off the Gulf of Mexico, pumps right into Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma, and the jet stream flow that doesn't vary at all this week. There's the trigger at the surface, by the way, is that warm front, and so that'll be the point where everything then lifts and rises, condenses into clouds, and forms thunderstorms. There's the outlook tomorrow, larger area here across several states, but really I think a place like Dallas is in the heart of that, right in the teeth of the severe weather. So a torque count of 4. It's a 0 to 10 scale. 0 means no threat for tornadoes. A 10 means 100% chance of tornadoes. We've got a 4 around Dallas and a 3 tomorrow in southern Oklahoma, or about a 30% chance of tornadoes on Wednesday. Look at that jet stream flow on Thursday. Doesn't vary that much from what we saw on Wednesday, but we now got a stronger mid-level wind, which may increase our wind shear, meaning we could have more spin in the atmosphere supporting rotating supercell thunderstorms, and those are the ones that are most likely to bring tornadoes. There's the area of severe weather on Thursday, a large area that goes all the way over toward, say, New Orleans. A torque count of 4 once again for north central and northeast Texas, Dallas. That is definitely us, and then through the Arklatex. Look at the jet stream flow on Friday. Again, repetitive pattern. We've seen this Wednesday and Thursday, so not a lot changes for us. And guess what? Similar weather setting up for us on Friday as well, including, yes, Dave, another threat of tornadoes. So a 3-day threat beginning tomorrow.
Thank you, Mike. And speaking of Dallas, Dallas County, Missouri is under a severe thunderstorm warning in addition to Polk County right there. In behind these intercurrent lightning strikes, cold front. Look at that thunder shower out there in, what is that, New Brunswick. And then the cold front down through Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. And since we're going to have an increasing chance of thunder showers over the next couple of days in the middle of the country, let's talk about how lightning strikes, okay? We've got rising air motions, which is a thunderstorm. That's what you're seeing. Rising air, condensing air, and of course we've got moisture. The temperature goes down the higher you go. So at the top you have ice crystals. Further down you might have a mixed bag of ice and raindrops, that kind of thing. Where each is going on, a different electrical charge develops. Up here in the ice, we have a positive, relatively positive electrical charge, negative electrical charge where we have more liquid. And down on the ground, we generally have relatively speaking, a positive electrical charge. Now the charges build up, whether it's positive or negative, and something's got to give. That's the lightning strike. That's Mother Nature's attempt to offset these great imbalances and restore neutrality, I guess we would say. So if you're caught under one of those, and do you know when they form most often? Well, you're right. If you guess late in the afternoon from 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and then they generally diminish overnight. When the heat is highest in the afternoon, that's when thunderstorms usually form. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. In Southern California, fire is the issue. In Corona, crews are battling a fire that forced the evacuation of 300 homes over the weekend. Residents are now back home, and the local media reports the fire is 55% contained. That fire, though, has charred more than 1,000 acres. California now in its 4th year of extreme drought, and as the conditions get worse, could it mean a worse fire season? In our continuing series of California in Crisis, Dave Malkoff explains how the drought is only adding fuel to the fire.
When California is desperate for rain, wildfires light up the hillsides. This one, just last week, is part of the new normal. Drought now covers 98% of the state. Nearly half of California struggles in a top-of-the-scale drought. Just about the only raincoats you'll see here in Ventura County are on the workers picking strawberries underneath the farm sprinklers. Most of California's soil is desperately dry. So are the plants. They crack and snap with every step.
Yeah, you can hear it as you're stepping on it. This is very dry. Is that unusual?
For this time of year, a little unusual.
Ventura County hand crews tell us this is the kind of dryness they normally see in late summer. Not in April.
We're in Camarillo at Camarillo Airport.
The county's firefighting helicopters, 4 of them.
So this is ready to go right now? Absolutely. Go ahead and have a seat there.
Are constantly on standby to launch. More firefighters are working more hours on these fires.
We're having fires that we would normally see not happening this time of the year.
Not every helicopter here is ready for firefighting with a water tank on the bottom, but every helicopter could. Within 30 minutes, they could install this tank on that Huey and be up in the air.
As the brush burns down there, researchers have more bad news. They say this is the worst drought in 1,200 years. The mountains only have 5% of the snow they should have this time of year. That means fire season will last all year in California. Hiking with the Ventura County Fire Department, Dave Malkoff, The Weather Channel.
All right, we got to tell you about a severe thunderstorm warning now in the state of Missouri. If you are in this area, you're going to be watching out for gusty winds and hail. This is well to the north of Springfield. We've got Dallas and Polk counties.
That's a nasty looking cell headed right into Buffalo. Get away from the windows, would
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Fiat 500 isn't alone anymore. It's part of a big Italian family.
Look! This is the new Asian-inspired broth bowl from Panera Bread. That noise! Panera broth bowl should be slurped with gusto. To explore further, order online or visit your neighborhood Panera Bread.
I love making Sunday dinners, but when my back hurt, cooking all day, forget about it. Tylenol was okay, but it was 6 pills a day. But Aleve is just 2 pills all day. And now, family, I'm back.
Aleve.
These scenes at a hospital in Central Africa may look like an emergency, but at Save the Children, we see this throughout the world every single day. Among the new arrivals is Kayembe. So frail, he can no longer stand. Kayembe is almost 2 years old, but his weight is less than half that of a healthy child his age.
5 grammes de malnutrition.
Kayembe is slowly dying. He needs food, and he needs medicine urgently. These are the basic things that you can help us provide by calling the number on your screen now and giving just $10 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. We know what it takes to save lives. It takes us, you, and as little as $10 a month. Save the Children is on the ground in the U.S. and all over the world, but we need your help to deliver life-saving medicine, medical care, clean water, and nutritious food to children in desperate need. For a child as critically ill as Kayembe, a single phone call can make the difference. Please pick up the phone now. For less than 35 cents a day, you can help us save a child's life. Call now and you'll receive this special Save the Children tote bag as a thank you for your support and a reminder of the difference you're making in children's lives. Every day, 19,000 children die from preventable causes. That's one child every 5 seconds. But it doesn't have to be this way. For just $10 a month, you can make a difference. Please, don't put this off. We need your help to get these children the critical medicine, food, and clean water they urgently need.
S'il n'y a pas assez de nourriture à donner aux enfants, les enfants vont mourir.
Call Save the Children now and help us save a child's life.
There was a time when the sea gave way to the sky, raising an amazing destination like no other. Atlantis. Book now and receive a $250 airfare credit, plus a free shallow water dolphin interaction. Hurry, offer ends soon. Visit AtlantisBahamas.com.
Did you know by age 50, half of all men have an enlarged prostate? This means more urges to urinate, longer bathroom trips, waking at night to urinate, or issues with intimacy. If this sounds familiar, call us now, because we're shipping free bottles of Super Beta Prostate to viewers of this station. Super Beta Prostate is a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's yours free. Pay only shipping and handling. In clinical trials, the ingredient in Super Beta Prostate was shown to reduce urges to urinate, improve bladder emptying, reduce waking at night to urinate, and improve quality of life. This Super Beta Prostate free offer is for viewers of this station, but it won't last. Don't wait.
Call right now to get your free bottle while it's still free. Call 1-800-254-0215 or visit superbeta.com. That's 1-800-254-0215.
Snowstorms, we have really seen it all over the past week, courtesy of one slow-moving system. We've tracked it for you with maps, but we can also show it in another incredible way with some awesome video, and especially of the severe storms that moved through the mid-Atlantic states yesterday. Let's start off with Pennsylvania. First up, we've got State College, home of Penn State, and you are looking at that time-lapse video of those storms rolling in. Take a look as that rain, you could see it back in the distance, and then eventually it does make it to this soccer field. You can see the windshield wipers really working, and plenty of lightning as well. Even some hail reported in that storm. You saw it at the very, very end. All right, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. That is this video or photo that you're looking at. You can see what looks like a funnel cloud from this storm. Definitely an impressive looking storm. I guess this is actually a video now. You can see the lightning striking off in the distance. This is definitely a lowering, Dave, that would get your attention and make you very nervous if you were in the Chambersburg area. And I'm not sure, but I feel like there was a tornado warning in effect around the Chambersburg area.
Gosh, I hope there was. That's awesome video. You know, as California enters its 4th year of drought, some people are taking the water conservation push in a new direction. They're becoming online vigilantes, outing those who may be wasting the precious resource. Now, NBC's Jeff Rawson introduces us to one of those involved in drought shaming. That's what they're calling it, using smartphones to document those who may be using water improperly.
Do you really need to do that in the middle of a drought?
The videos get downright nasty.
They've been waiting to catch you, lady.
There's even name calling.
Let me get the address of this complete moron.
We are bleeping the house numbers.
Pacific.
But they don't.
10th Street.
These self-described water vigilantes are shaming their neighbors using the hashtag drought shaming on Twitter and YouTube.
They're watering twice as much sidewalk as they are scrub grass.
There's even a special app for it. Look, the drought is serious. Just listen to the governor.
We're in an historic drought, and that demands unprecedented action.
But is this really what he had in mind?
This is Water Detective Tone C on the scene of one of probably 50 water massacres happening today in the dumb city of Los Angeles.
We tracked down that guy, Tone C. His real name, Tony Corcoran.
I am a water crusader.
Actually, he manages restaurants by day, a self-appointed water Batman on his free time, riding around on his bike with his camera phone ready.
When I see this, I follow it to the source. If there are people there, I accost them and ask them questions.
You shame them?
I do.
In fact, while we were with him, Tony shamed some landscapers watering a patch of dirt.
Don't you feel bad when you're doing this type of work? There's only 1 year of water left.
Only once a week. The law says twice a week is fine.
Tony has no training in water conservation, but that doesn't stop him from making personal judgments on the spot.
We need people to stop wasting water if we're going to be able to have a California.
You think it's mean sometimes?
I have to be mean. I'm doing something that no one else wants to do and no one is standing up and doing.
But how would you like to be on the receiving end of it? Another house that's been shamed? The people who've been shamed are easy to find online. Here's the video they made about your house.
Jesus, who is this? Of course it's intrusive. People coming around showing your address. This is as bad as having drones over your house.
You feel violated?
Of course.
Does he have a point about the water?
Well, he sort of does.
But here's the question. Does social shaming even work? Psychologists say probably not.
Instead of going online and shaming people publicly, which might be useless, why doesn't this guy just go to the city and tell the city, stop these people, they're using too much water?
And they get fined?
They get huge fines.
Up to $500 if you're caught wasting water. But while the city of Los Angeles has handed out 7,300 warning letters in the past year, they've only issued 10 violations. So Tony says he'll be back on his bike shaming his neighbors tonight.
No one has turned the hose on me yet.
You think they will?
Eventually someone may, yeah.
73% of Americans try to cook healthy meals, yet up to 90% fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more. Add One A Day 50 Plus, complete with key nutrients we may need, plus it supports physical energy with B vitamins. One A Day 50 Plus.
For most people, earning cash back ends here at the purchase. But the Citi Double Cash Card doesn't end there. It lets you earn cash back when you buy and again as you pay. That's cash back twice. It's cash back with a side of cash back. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase, with 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? The Weather Channel just gave them their own TV show.
It's gonna be awesome!
Sunday nights.
Come on, wind! I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
This is incredible.
Failure's not an option.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We got a problem, Houston.
Brainstormers, Sunday nights at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Never.
Pete, you picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am Spyder dealer and test drive one today. The new Spyder F3. Riding has evolved. The Ready to Ride sales event is on now. Get a 3-year extended warranty and save up to $2,000.
Constipated? Dunkel-X tablets can cause cramps, but not Philips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than Stimulant Laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Live the regular life. Philips.
The open road. It takes on many forms. From the scenic highways to the rugged trails. From the sand-covered to the well-traveled. They lead us to the beauty of nature and the beauty of simple pleasures. The open road is alive and well and waiting to take us to Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
Replacing old drain lines used to mean tearing up floors and walls and digging a huge trench in your house, but not anymore. Now there's trenchless drain line repair. Our trenchless pipelining method creates a new permanent pipe inside the existing pipe. A liner saturated with epoxy is inserted into the pipe. A bladder is inflated until the epoxy hardens to form a new pipe inside the old pipe. It's removed and the pipe is ready for use, better than new. Need a drain line repair? Go trenchless. Call Quick Plumbers today.
Want a seat in every stadium in the league? MLB Extra Innings and Xfinity from Comcast put you in the front row for your favorite team wherever you live. With up to 80 out-of-market games a week, you can watch the games you want to watch all season long. Plus, with the X1 Sports app, you can get live scores in real time and easily switch between close games. Order MLB Extra Innings right now for just 4 easy payments of $49.75 each. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com/sports today.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Want to give you a look at the radar, show you some storms firing now into parts of Missouri. We've got one severe warned storm. This is off towards the northeast of Springfield, working right towards the town of Buffalo, and that has been moving quickly off towards the east. Another storm, look at that, just right on the doorstep, and look at the hail that this second one has been producing. We have been seeing the possibility of hail up to a 1/4 inch out of this one. So when you see that purple, that's about 1.5 inch being estimated by the computer. So we take about 70% of that. So that would give us about 1 inch. We're talking about a 1/4 size. That's big hail. So if you are around the Buffalo area, get ready for that. Down into parts of Texas, notice the thunderstorms there and some rain extending all the way over towards the Louisiana-Arkansas state line, generally into Louisiana. Dallas, one of the areas that we're going to be watching really as we go through the next several days, because we are concerned about the storm threat there, as well as through parts of the region you're looking at, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Mike Bettis is in the lab right now, and he's going to talk about some of these Torcon values that we're going to see over the next few days, and they're
So we've got some Torcon 4s across, especially Texas. This is an area that we're going to focus on, and it should be no surprise that we're now starting to see an increase in tornado activity. We saw it 2 weeks ago. We saw it last week. We'll see it this week because April is really when our spring season begins to elevate. So here's a look at some of the numbers that we see throughout the year. And notice here, April, May, and June, really the high point of the tornado season really peaks in mid-May. We get 277 tornadoes in the month of May. In Tornado Alley, typically it's from Texas all the way straight north, right through Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. This is the area that's usually the most prime for severe weather. And then we've got Dixie Alley, which runs across the southern states as well. But late April, It's the Red River Valley, especially late April, where we really focus our highest concentration of threats. That'll include a place like Dallas-Fort Worth, it includes Oklahoma City, and it includes Tulsa. That's exactly where we'll have severe weather setting up this week, and we may be looking for tornadoes. And you may see us do a couple of things and use a couple of tools here at the Weather Channel that helps us spot tornadoes. So I thought I'd walk you through that and show you what we're looking at. When we look at a radar, and we're showing you base reflectivity, basically what that is we're looking for precipitation. This is the radar sending out a radio signal. It's bouncing off a piece of precipitation. It's sending it back to the radar site, and it assigns a color to it. So when you see something like this in a hook echo, see that right there? Basically a G shape. That's where you have the possibility of a tornado. Another thing you'll notice is an inflow notch. Basically this area that's pretty much precipitation free. That's where you have strong inflow into that low pressure that's been created with that tornado. It spirals in rapidly and then spins up in a rotating updraft, as we call it. But then the radar also uses wind. It can detect more than just precipitation, it can detect wind. So we're looking for a couplet where on a radar, red means the wind is blowing away from the radar site, green means it's blowing exactly toward the radar site. Where the two are next to each other, we call that a couplet, and it implies rotation within a thunderstorm. But then there's one more thing we use. Software is very, very complex, and it's looking for the correlation coefficient or something other than precipitation that's falling from the clouds. Blue indicates non-precipitation, so that'd be something like tornado debris. So you put it all together, the correlation coefficient where it's overlapping the strong velocities, where you have the hook echo, and you've got yourself a TVS and a TDS, meaning you've got a tornado vortex signature and a tornado debris signature, and a telltale sign that you've likely got a tornado confirmed by a Doppler radar. Of course, in-person confirmation is always the best with a storm spotter out there, but these are the telltale signs we're looking for here at the Weather Channel to confirm a tornado. Dave and Alex, we'll send it back to you.
Very interesting, Mike. Hey, thanks a lot for that. You know, winter just hasn't gotten the memo yet, and it seems here in the upper Midwest, we are stuck back in it. We've got, as you can see here, we've got a combination of rain and snow showers. The snow has just begun in Minneapolis. Huh? How about that? It's not going to stick. We're down like 21 inches for the year, so we're not going to get anywhere close to that. There won't be an accumulation there. But it's modeled rain showers. A lot of these showers have to do with the fact that the sun is up. It heated up the ground. It's very cold aloft. And we ended up with the rain, snow showers. The clouds form very quickly. We'll start off mainly sunny, but it's the wind, Alex. Oh, that really takes the breath out of you in a day like this.
It gets you. It's cold enough, and then you add those strong gusts. Not having it.
Up next, your local.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Severe storms impacting millions over the next 2 days. It's happening. Lightning, large hail, tornadoes, all possible as the spring season continues to roar. We'll explain why we're concerned about tomorrow's forecast.
And Chicago, what happened? Temperatures in the 30s and 40s? We're not even going to talk about the wind chill. I can't even go there.
I don't want you to go there.
You're going to go there. We'll tell you also when spring will finally get some of that warm air into the area.
How about the dry conditions in the west? You know, it sounds good, but it makes for a high threat of fires. The drought is creating a dangerous year-round fire season now. That story and your forecast on Weather Center Live. Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz with Alex Wilson.
And your storms are on the radar now. We are expecting more. Take a look at this one. A lot of those storms can turn severe very quickly, and that's exactly what happened in Citrus Springs in Florida. We had this thunderstorm. You saw some heavy rain, and then, man, look at those. Just bursts of wind. Dave, you've got the latest from still stormy sections of Florida.
Yep, South Florida. There's showers over land right now and more over the Gulf of Mexico. See those? I've been watching those for hours, and those look particularly rough. Of course, there'll be tremendous rain from these. Right now, it's Miami-Dade and Broward counties that are getting the biggest showers. We've had reports of some of those water spouts out there over the upper Keys. So active weather right here. We've got lightning with the cold front in New Brunswick, Canada, and we've got thunder showers with the same cold front as it arcs back into southern Florida. So this is the focus for heavy rain, lightning, thunder, gusty winds, all of that. An isolated tornado is not out of the realm of possibility here for South Florida, and some of that heavy rain and stormy weather west of the dry Tortugas right now. So Florida is living up to its name. If we're talking Jacksonville right now, it's beautiful and very pleasant, dry out toward Tallahassee and Panama City, gorgeous. But here in South Florida, it's going to remain warm, remain humid. This is our computer-generated forecast. And then we think a more organized set of storms is going to move from Mississippi out over the Gulf of Mexico and then towards central Florida, right near that front. The front will actually move north as a warm front on Thursday. So we'll look for the possibility of strong storms along Florida's west coast. Not always the Sunshine State, but we do pretty well, I think. Temperatures right now in Miami in the 80s. Alex, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dave. We are watching for storms through sections west of Florida, I should say. Those same areas that were watching for the storms last week. So Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. You're looking at the zone on Wednesday night. You saw the area on Wednesday. So severe possible in Dallas through Wednesday night. And that's not it. The severe threat doesn't end there. No, on Thursday, Dallas area could see some stronger severe storms. New Orleans will also get in on the action. And we're going to keep that threat going for many of those same locations into the end of the week. Mike Bettis joins us now in the lab. And Mike, you're going to tell us why Dallas is in that bullseye and what other areas are at risk for some rough weather.
Well, it looks like that we've got a slow progressing pattern here, Alex, the next couple of days, and everything that lines up for 3 straight days right near Dallas, Fort Worth. And so it could be a very rough and tumble Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for us with all the ingredients really coming together here. I'm going to show you where the storm system is right now. We've got an upper level low that spins here in Southern California, embedded in a trough and a jet flow that comes right across the southern plains. And so that's going to be a recipe for potentially very, very dangerous weather. We model the mid-level spin in the atmosphere. So our computer models are showing slow progression of the low as we go through Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. It parks itself basically somewhere near the Texas Panhandle. Remember now, counterclockwise rotation around the low. So we're pumping in now moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. So that's one of the key ingredients we need to fuel thunderstorms, moisture. So we're really tapping into an ample moisture source here. But the rotation of the low, the pull of the moisture, the flow of the jet stream, that upper level disturbance is going to be the key for us. Then at the surface, by the way, may develop a surface low and then an opportunity for a front to form as well. And that'll be the trigger point for the storms to kick. So that warm, moist air flows towards that warm front. It lifts or it ascends in the atmosphere. It cools and condenses quickly into a thunderstorm. And the next thing you know, you potentially have some hail, some wind, maybe even tornadoes that form. Dallas, Oklahoma City, Houston, and San Antonio, risk areas for Wednesday. A Torcana of 4 are 40% chance of tornadoes in north central and northeast Texas, and a 3 in southern Oklahoma. So it's Dallas, Fort Worth to Oklahoma City, heads up. Thursday's pattern has just very slight subtle changes, but not much, okay? Here's a look at the strong mid-level winds now that become more of a factor on Thursday, and that may increase our wind shear potential and our supercell thunderstorm potential. But similar areas we're watching for strong storms. Dallas, Houston, Shreveport, now over toward New Orleans will watch for potential strong storms thunderstorms here. A 4 again on your Torcon north central and northeast Texas. I'm sorry, Dallas, it's 2 days in a row for us here. But then on Friday, notice that pattern almost identical to what we had on Thursday, with the jet stream flow oriented in a position very similar to what it was the previous days, a low over the Texas Panhandle. This sector right in here between the cold front and the warm front, that's generally where you always look for this severe weather to happen. And then we've got a strong dry line driving eastbound here. Cold and dry air rushing down in behind warm, moist air. Again, makes it rise, makes it lift, and we've got some thunderstorms that form then. Friday's area severe weather close to what we had on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, our Torcon on Friday, by the way, is a 4 in eastern Oklahoma and then west and south Arkansas, and then a 3 for us in east Texas and then the entire state of Louisiana. So a lot of action still to be had here, guys, over the next couple of days. And it all begins tomorrow, I think, highlighting Thursday, Friday with a greater tornado threat.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, severe weather headed our way. We had it yesterday in Atlanta. Today, the sun is out. What a gorgeous day. Just a beautiful day. It's dry, westerly winds, temperatures in the low 70s. We've got some new sales employees of the Weather Channel here in the studio. Was the weather great outside today? You able to hear that through the mic? Gorgeous. Look at this. Not a cloud in the sky. Panama City, Nashville, Raleigh, take your pick. Some of the best weather in the world right now. But as Mike just told us, severe weather developing tomorrow night here, Dallas, Shreveport, and that's going to spread eastward. How do we feel about severe weather, new sales employees? Good for ratings, though. Hey, coming up next, we'll check your local on the 8s on Weather Center Live.
I recommend Nature Made vitamins because I trust their quality. They were the first to have a vitamin verified by USP, an independent organization that sets strict quality and purity standards.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended letter vitamin brand.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Working on my feet all day gave me pain here.
In my knees.
But now, I step on this machine and get my number, which matches my Dr. Scholl's custom-fit orthotic inserts. Now I get immediate relief from my foot pain.
My knee pain.
Find a machine at Dr.
I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
So nice, so nice. Sweet, sweet Santa Mas nice. So nice, so nice. Send cry full of pure vibes. So nice, so nice. Send John a real paradise. So nice, so proud to be from the Virgin Islands and the whole place nice.
To experience your Virgin Islands nice, book one of our packages today. You know those neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? We just gave them their own TV show.
Come on, Wind. I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash
This is perfect.
is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier. Brainstormers, Sundays at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high 80. Chance of rain, 50%. Wednesday night, a few clouds from time to time. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It was right on top of us. And then it hit.
took it to the edge. Didn't give up.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do? Drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
You love our greatest, now try our latest. Olive Garden's irresistible duos. Our most craveable classics like chicken parmesan, paired with new taste to explore. Plus salad and breadsticks. 4 all-new duos starting at $11.99 at Olive Garden.
We have a big brood.
With a lot of mouths to feed.
Fortunately, PetSmart has a wide assortment of foods for us to choose from.
Zach is our best sleeper.
Bitsy has a little bit of a sensitive stomach.
Bitsy likes a fairy tale before bed. Do you have any types of food for dogs who are afraid of spiders? Austin likes a story that's more realistic. And do you have anything for dogs who are so lazy?
PetSmart has all sorts of food choices, like Royal Canin, breed-specific nutrition to help you stay true to your breed's unique needs, because pethood needs a partner.
New video in from an accident last week in Wyoming. Just listen to the chaos from this multi-vehicle crash on Friday. Now we take you to the same stretch of road with a second accident yesterday. 59 vehicles involved in this one. It sparked a fire that kept rescue crews at a distance. One person died and a truck driver from Canada was arrested and charged with aggravated vehicular homicide. State police say a flashing sign several miles ahead of the crash scene warned drivers of reduced visibility and black ice and told them to reduce speed. Well, it has been a very busy and wild weather week over the past 7 days, and one big weather player has been the reason why. Look at last Thursday and Friday. We had the wintry weather in the west and thunderstorms beginning to develop into parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Over the weekend, we saw the south getting in on the thunderstorms all the way up into the Carolinas on Sunday. It was a soaker for the end of your weekend. Yesterday, we start the week with storms all the way from Florida up to the mid-Atlantic and northeast, and even this morning, we had rain and thunderstorms up into the state of Maine. So 1 week, all this weather from one system, Dave, and you're going to tell us what's ahead for the next 7 days.
Yep, we've got another one coming at us here, Alex, and well, this is the big one you just showed us, and this is getting out of the way slowly. That big swirl up here with the thunder shower in Maine, as you mentioned, and the snow in Minneapolis right now, snowing in Minneapolis with the very strong winds gusting over 50 miles an hour here. That's going to move up slowly and then get out of our hair. Temperatures will warm up a little bit. Chicago on Friday. Then here's the next one. What? You can't see it? Let's get in a little closer here. All right, now we see it. Now we see the turning, and you notice some of the showers in the San Gabriels up in the Sierra Nevada mountains, the Sierra Nevadas, all heading westward, by the way. And there is the big swirl in the atmosphere. That's the jet stream down here, and that is going to move into the center of the country and cause the same kind of mishigas, can I use that word? That's the craziness, the wildness. That's what's going to happen here tomorrow. Well, wildness in terms of severe thunderstorms. We'll be on top of it, so we'll be able to, guide you through this tomorrow. Houston, Dallas, Austin, westward to about Vernon, Texas, and then across the Red River of the South. Aside from that, pretty quiet, though. A secondary cold front will be headed toward the Appalachian Mountains tomorrow, and it'll turn cooler Thursday in Boston and New York rather than 60s. High temperatures in the 50s with snow in the mountains of New York State and Northwest PA. Thursday will be day number 2 of severe weather. Then we're going to watch more weak pieces of energy coming through the southwest, some scattered showers here. Toward the weekend, a more concentrated effort by Mother Nature to make it a wet day here at the mall, outside the mall here in Seattle. That storm moves through the Rocky Mountains, dumping a little snow, and that'll invigorate the threat for severe weather, this time northern and central plains Sunday and Monday. That moves east. South stays wet, just like you did for several days here today, and that is this week, and that is your 7-day forecast. Ending up with a wet day next Tuesday from New Orleans all the way up to New Brunswick. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. With storms on tap several times over the next 7 days, we want to keep you ahead of that threat. So let's take a look at the timing forecast for the city of Houston. Tomorrow, it's going to be the afternoon and early evening hours that you see storms, and then again into the overnight.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful
world. You guys, I think she's here. She's here.
Is that her?
No, Valerie said she's driving a Buick.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick. Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him.
Wow. This is nice.
Now get sign and drive leases across the entire 2015 Buick lineup. Like this Buick Encore for around $199 per month on vehicles in stock the longest.
Oh, I love game night. Oh, it's a house and a car.
So far, you're horrible at this, Flo.
Yeah, no talent for drawing, Flo. House, car. Oh, raise the roof. No one?
Remember when we used to raise the roof, Diane?
Oh, quiet, Richard. I'm trying to make sense of Flo's terrible drawing.
I'll draw the pants off that thing.
Oh, hats on hamburgers. Dancing. Drive-in movie theater.
Home and auto.
Squares.
Lamp.
Lines. Stupid, dumb.
No. Home and auto bundle from Progressive. Saves you money. Yay, game night. So much fun.
Control the weather, so we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
One look at that Red Baron pizza, and you're gonna love it from the first bite to the last. Because a perfect pizza requires a perfect crust. The sauce commands your attention. The cheese begs you to savor every bite. The pepperoni declares you have reached pizza nirvana. And that last slice?
What's it worth to you?
A perfect crust means a better pizza. Red Baron. Love at first bite. The authentic taste of a brick oven pizza. Now available from Red Baron.
If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. End Addiction would like to help you. End Addiction can help you get immediate admission into a recovery center near you. Many insurance plans will pay up to $30,000 for the cost of getting you help with no money out of pocket. The first step to ending addiction starts with one free, private, and no obligation call. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call End Addiction.
1-800-435-1043.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program,
and it just hit us,
is back.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 82 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, thunderstorms, low 73. Chance of rain, 80%. Wednesday, scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 80. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday night, a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Instead of spring showers, you're feeling spring's shivers in the Midwest. I seriously have goosebumps talking about this. Minneapolis, your high temperature in the 40s. You're dipping below freezing tonight. Chicago, not much better for you. Highs in the 50s, dipping into the 30s later on. So let's show you what's behind it, where it's going, and what else we're seeing out there. And that's some snow. Snow. We've got the northern UP of Michigan and northern sections of lower Michigan, I should say, where the snow is coming down. Otherwise, it's just a chilly rain. Temperatures in the 40s and rain, not very comfortable to be outside for much of anything. As we go through the remainder of today and tonight, notice snow showers continue through Wisconsin, Minnesota, UP of Michigan. You could see some heavier bursts of snow through the evening and into the overnight. Even lower Michigan will continue to see snow showers. Could see some heavy bursts there at times, even into your morning commute, flakes flying. That could lead to maybe a few slick spots on some of those lesser used roadways. The back roadways, you might encounter a slick spot here and there. Looking at 1 to 3 inches in this mid shade of blue. So through most of the UP of Michigan, far northern sections of the state of Wisconsin. Could even see a few isolated spots in there where 3 to 5 inches are possible. Generally for the upper sections of lower Michigan, less than an inch. But notice that deeper blue in the middle there. You guys could see 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Just a little bit expected up into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Winds also an issue, so it's cold and then it's windy. Winds gusting to 44 miles an hour right now in Chicago, 40 miles an hour in Detroit, near 40 miles an hour in Pittsburgh and Buffalo and Des Moines. Minneapolis gusts to 25 miles an hour. So as Dave correctly pointed out, that could make for some interesting takeoffs and landings at some of those airports. Wind advisories in effect still for North Dakota, northern sections of Minnesota, all the way over into western New York. So really anywhere you find yourself around the Great Lakes region, you're dealing with the cold and you are dealing with the wind. And that is leading to some colder feels-like temperatures, Dave.
You got that right, Alex. We've got wind chill values in the 20s right now.
Oh, I'm out of here. Look at these goosebumps.
I see it. Wait a minute. Show them to me.
Okay, here I come. Look at them. Look at them.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I mean, I'm going to go warm up. I'm going to go throw a sweater on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll take care of this. These are the numbers. Wait till she gets out of earshot before I go any further. Are we good? Okay. All right. Check this out. Wind chill value of 27 in Minneapolis, 32 in Grand Forks. Wow. But, you know, this is the cold air that's rushing south and eastward. Warm air will be coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. A boundary will be set up. Kaboom, we're going to have severe weather middle of the week. So this is part of this whole story. Big swirl. Actually, there's a new shot of cold air coming southward right now. It's still, you know, not bad at Chicago and Detroit, maybe 5 or 10 degrees below average, but it's going to get colder than that, and that'll move to the East Coast. Cleveland, 46 tomorrow for a high temperature. Still windy also, and you'll need your hat on Thursday too. 48 Friday, 49 Saturday. I'm not looking for any warm weather anytime soon. We're going to be stuck in kind of a trophy pattern from the Great Lakes all the way to the Northeast. So there's a recovery a little bit tomorrow. 50 on Thursday. It's just going to be, this is going to be right into the weekend. It's going to be like this, okay? Northwest flow all the way into the Northeast. One more mild day tomorrow, and then we cool off on Friday. Pittsburgh just 54 and Buffalo at 46. My hometown, gorgeous day today. Tomorrow, same story. Thursday and Friday turning cooler, and a chance of thunder showers tomorrow here in Philly. Be heads up for that. Alex, back for you.
Severe thunderstorm warnings in Missouri to tell you about. You want to seek shelter if you're in these areas. You're looking off to the north and northeast of Springfield, and we've got one for Dallas, Polk, and Webster counties, including the city of Halfway. This is going to cross right over 65. Watch for the potential for hail and gusty winds as well as blinding rainfall. And Laclede County also under a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:30. This storm very close to Evergreen.
Average women's shirts versus hot-tempered heat. Duluth Trading Armachillo shirts versus hot-tempered heat. Duluth Armachillo shirts. Put the heat on hold. Crank the cold. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
The amazing, delicious cinnamon and sugar taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and cold milk. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Crave those crazy squares.
How do I get hotel deals nobody else gets? I know a guy.
Priceline Negotiator.
I know a guy in New York, Vegas, Dallas. My competitors may know a guy, but I know over 60,000 guys.
Priceline.com.
Now with a full line of independent rear suspension options, the Foreman, Rubicon, and Rancher automatic DCT models are equally ready to work and have fun. Part of the growing ATV family from Honda. Now get low fixed financing rates plus up to $500 in bonus bucks during the Honda Dream Garage sales event.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ted. Rudy and I have a lot of daily rituals.
Namaste. Stay.
Taking care of our teeth is one of them. When I brush my teeth, he gets a milk foam brushing chew. Just another way to keep ourselves healthy.
I'll go change.
Unbelievable. Toenail fungus? Seriously?
Smash it with Jublia. Jublia is a prescription medicine proven to treat toenail fungus. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor.
Look at the footwork.
Most common side